Good evening. Off the top at 6, a Loudoun County judge unseals the internal report done by LCPS following 2 assaults that took place in 2 high schools by the same student.
Earlier this year, the Loudoun County School Board voted not to release that report. Our David Kaplan live at the Loudoun County Courthouse. And David, you got a chance to look at that report. What does it say?
Jacqueline, Shamari, good evening to you. Here it is in my hand, 32 pages with some redacted personal information here. Want to set the scene and add a little bit of context here. This was unsealed as part of the Virginia Attorney General's case against former Superintendent Scott Ziegler. He faces 3 misdemeanor charges connected with the handling of these cases. Ziegler nor an attorney were present in court today to contest the release of this report. As a matter of fact, in a statement from his attorney, they say Ziegler endorses this, both to promote healing and transparency here in Loudoun County Public Schools. To bring you up to speed on this whole situation, a 15-year-old student assaulted a girl at Stonebridge High School in May of 2021, was then transferred to Broad Run High School, where another alleged assault happened at the hands of the same student. This caused a firestorm as parents demanded answers on how this could happen or could have been prevented, and feeling that the truth was being covered up. There was a grand jury report released earlier this year saying that there was a failure at LCPS, but this was the internal report that the school board had done. First, there was a delay in the Title IX investigation process was the first finding, that the district felt it had passed the investigation of the first assault to the sheriff's office, and the schools didn't do enough to conduct their own inquiry. Second, that no threat assessment had been done on the perpetrator before he was transferred to another school. The report acknowledges a threat assessment might not have prevented the second assault, but one should have been done. And finally, that the district took too narrow a view of its Title IX obligations, that an alleged assault and the facts as the school knew them should have been enough to start a more thorough Title IX investigation. Scott Smith's the father of the first victim, says he was frustrated that the school and police investigations didn't seem to be on the same page.
It clearly shows how both the Loudoun County School and the Sheriff's Department screwed up very badly and dropped the ball and did not communicate with one another. It's kind of like what we've been saying the whole time. Everybody is stuck in their silos and they're not communicating with one another.
The school district, for its part, said that they feel they have greatly improved communication, eliminated those so-called silos, bolstered their Title IX programming and reporting, and are working with parents and the community to make sure something like this doesn't happen again. Sheriff's Office saying something similar about communication, acknowledging, as the grand jury report released earlier this year did, that there were some issues with communication, but they have worked to resolve that. One note that we do want to quickly end on: there are allegations in this internal report that some administrators had told investigators that they felt essentially intimidated by conducting these investigations within the school because they believed it was not within the memorandum of understanding of who handles investigations or how investigations were handled, that if it was criminal, it should be the Sheriff's Department. We have reached out for the Sheriff's Department to sort of get their perspective on that component of the report. Haven't heard back, told we might get more insights from them throughout the night, so be sure to stay with Fox 5 DC later today.